heard many managers say this, executives. Situational leadership, it changed the way I manage people.
I think it's the most practical model you'd ever get for leadership. It's good for first-line supervisor, it's good for a CEO, it's good for everyone to know and understand. One of my coaching clients who retired a few years ago, J.P. Garnier, he was CEO of GlaxoSmithKline.
Oh, yeah.
I asked JP, what'd you learn about leadership as CEO of GlaxoSmithKline? He said, I learned a hard lesson. He said, my suggestions become orders. And I said, if they're smart, they're orders, and if they're stupid, they're orders, and if I want them to be orders, they're orders. If I don't want them to be orders, they're orders anyway. He said, my suggestions become orders. Well, I said, what'd you learn from me when I was your coach that helped you the most? He said, before I speak, breathe and ask myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now let's go back to Alan and Mark Fields.
Yeah.
Mark Fields comes up and says, red. If Alan then would say, have you thought of this? There's a very high probability, you know what would have happened? Aye, aye, sir.
Great idea.
Great idea. The worst of all worlds. One, Alan knows a whole lot less than Mark Fields in this dialogue. So the idea is probably a bad idea. Two, Mark has no ownership. Mm-hmm. It's Alan's idea. He's the boss. He's the CEO. The CEO told me to do this, right? He's got no ownership. Well, the incredible discipline that Alan has, which I find amazing, and humility, is fight the urge to give people ideas if you don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Don't pretend to be an expert if you're not. And it's perfectly okay to say, I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's okay. And in fact, it's not only okay, it's much better. Because if you start throwing out ideas, then what happens is people just run around and do these things, and oftentimes they make no sense. And back to J.P. Garnier's comment, suggestions become orders.
Yeah. It's interesting because we at the Center for Leadership Studies, we have a model, we build programs around that model worldwide. Mm-hmm. It's a trademark, copyrighted framework, and we protect that. It sounds to me though, and I've heard many managers say this, executives, situational leadership, it changed the way I manage people.
Yes.
I went through the program, and that altered, as we talk about leadership's an attempt to influence, it helped me parent, it helped me be, coaching, it helped me in all different kinds of things. But it almost sounds like what Alan did years later, after he had been through a program, is he was still applying the principles of. It's just kind of like, where are we, what are we doing, how do I put
What's
this?
the readiness level?
Yeah, just putting that in context. Yeah.
Well, and creating an environment, which is something you're doing in your influence program. Creating an environment where people can be honest about their readiness level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you need help, it's okay to say you need help. If you need direction, you need direction. You need coaching, you need coaching. You need support, you need support. And you can do it on your own, you can do it on your own. It's okay. To do that. It's okay for somebody to say, Red, I need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. That's okay. Well, that's a real breakthrough.